Hundreds from acting captain Ramnaresh Sarwan and Joshua Cobb put Leicestershire in a solid position at the halfway stage of their LV County Championship match against East Midlands rivals Derbyshire. Only 11 overs were possible on day one, in which the visitors Leicestershire reached 24 for 1, and after only one more run had been added, Jacques Dutoit was caught behind off a fine leg side glance to give Tony Palladino his second wicket. It was a careful start from Leicestershire, who now had to go again with Greg Smith and Sarwan at the helm of this side because of a finger injury for Matthew Hoggard. Both dug in against a Derbyshire side which has won its opening 2 games convincingly. In those, their bowlers have excelled, but they were starting to find the going much tougher here as the 2 batsmen began to develop a decent partnership, something we haven't seen too much of in the Championship so far this season. Sarwan was really warming to his task as we moved into the afternoon session. When he first made a name for himself on the international scene, great things were expected of Sarwan, and although he never managed quite as much as those had expected of him, there is little doubt that he is a class act. His partnership with Smith had reached 80, when Smith, having batted for more than 3 hours for his 35, was bowled by a quicker ball from David Wainwright, which left the visitors on 105 for 3. Sarwan was soon able to record his maiden half-century for his new county. It had occupied 113 deliveries, of which 8 had been struck to the boundary. And he wasn't about to stop there. He began to express himself a bit more, as proved with this shot for 6 off West Durston. Cobb was soon into his role, playing some fine shots along the way. Twice he hit Wainwright for 6s, the first a slog sweep, the second when he made the most of a short ball from the spinner. Shots such as those soon had Cobb at his own 50. He required only 2 balls in the 40s, following up that second maximum with a thumping shot down the ground to take him to his landmark of just 70 balls. The former England under-19 player looked in no mood to throw in the towel there either, as he continued to play with aggressive intent. He forced the likes of Wainwright to make mistakes, and when they did, he took full advantage. This 6 number 3 for Cobb. His innings also allowed Sarwan to move along calmly and effortlessly at times. He eased towards his first 3-figure score in the county game. And he got there with a well-executed and well-timed shot off Wainwright, which brought him his 16th 4 from 183 balls at the crease. He may have hit 15 Test hundreds for the West Indies, but this one on a cold day in Derby was one that he clearly enjoyed very much. After all, it was his first in the first-class game for 26 months. Alas for him, he was soon out to end a flourishing 4th-wicket partnership on 141. On 105, he pulled a short ball from Ross Whiteley, but found Wainwright in the deep instead of another boundary. And that was just before the second new ball was due. With Sarwan gone, it was now all about Cobb for Leicestershire, and he moved into the 80s. Before he lost Ned Eckersley at the other end, bowled by John Clare for his first wicket, having taken 11 for 57 in Derbyshire's win over Glamorgan last week. Cobb kept on going though, showing few signs of any nerves as he moved into the 90s, even though he hadn't scored a first-class 100 since 2008. Indeed, that was his only previous 100, but his second came with a neat run down to 3rd man. It had been an outstanding innings from the 21-year-old. 3 6s and 12 4s have been struck in an innings spanning 155 deliveries. He deserved all the plaudits. As with Sarwan, he though couldn't go on. Also on 105, he tried another expansive shot off Mark Footit, but was bowled just before the close at 317 for 6. Derbyshire kept going throughout the day and were rewarded with another wicket in the next over, Wayne White edging Whiteley behind to depart for 12. But it was still a day to remember for Sarwan and Cobb, who'd helped their side to 318 for 7 by the close, although both sides have much to do to try to force a result from here after so much time was lost on day one.